So this is going to show you how to add products to your store. If you go to your website and click on shop, you currently have one thing on there, ABC dry chemical fire extinguisher from $34.95. If you click on it, it pulls up. You can choose the weight, and as you notice, you choose the weight, price changes right here. It has a description down below, typical uses, multiple images down below that you can click and see, 5 pounders, 20 pounders, 2.5s, 10s. And up and above you have all of your categories. You can add categories to this as needed. Miscellaneous, you've got carbonics on there now. We'll add beer gas, things to that. So here's your extinguishers. We're going to focus on how to add we'll do how to add a cabinet or something. So first thing you would do is you need to log into your admin panel. Click login. Enter your email address and your password. When you log in, you're going to find your admin panel. You have employee login, which is who it gains access to your site, store, newsletter, and files. Files is handled through the employee login, but if you click on files, any available file will be listed here. The purpose of this is for the store. So if you click on store, you'll see P&P store up in the top. Your email address for all of these is admin@admin.com and password is pass. Once you're logged in, you'll see a dashboard like this. You can go down to users and you can add a new user, whatever email address you want and whatever password you want. So back to the dashboard. This is the first page you'll see when you log in. It will show you all of your latest orders here. It will show you all your products ordered that day. It'll give you a summary of the orders, total in money. It just kind of gives you an overview. Orders will be, once you start getting orders through the store, it'll list it here and you can get more information on that. You can also send invoices through there if need be. If people log into the store, they don't have to, but if they choose to, you can get client information on them here, like their email address, their last order, the amount of orders that they had. So if you had a vendor or someone using or buying products through you, you'd be able to see their history by having them log in. Products is where all of your products will be held. In this case, here's your example one. You can go and click on the pencil to edit it. You have the status is set to available. This is the product name. These are the categories that it's selected, and you can see 2 are selected. So you have fire extinguisher and chemical, as well as ABC. You can check them all if you want. If you want to put them in everyone, you can uncheck them all. You can delete them. It's up to you. Whatever categories you check it in will be shown on the storefront through the website. Right here is a short description, and down below is a full description. The short description is just text, while the full description gives you a lot more options, kind of like a Word doc would be. You can choose formats, make things text bigger, smaller, indent it. You can insert video if you want to. You can insert an image into this description, insert a hyperlink to a specific, if it's for Badger, that you can take them to Badger site if you want. Whatever you really want to do with it. You can format things, make things bold, italic, underline, strike throughs, however you want to do it. Adjust the font left. Basically anything you can do in Word, a simple Word, you can do in here. This would be to insert an image, and this would be also a button to do a link. Up in the top you have all these tabs. Digital is if it's a digital product, if it's something that you're selling, like a training video or something that somebody could buy that you would send a link to. It's a digital product. You could then click that and there wouldn't be anything like shipping or anything attached to it. Attributes are the attributes of the product, meaning so the size and the weight, that drop down that we had where it was the multiple sizes, you would add them here. You could add values as you want. You can make 50-pound here, or wheeled unit, however you want to do it, you could add and it would be an attribute of that product. The photos, these are all the 4 photos of that test product that we put on the page. If you had a file, you could drag it to this area and drop it, or you could click upload here. It will upload to your sites where you could in turn navigate to your areas and select one if you wanted to select it. In this case, if we click on that one, it uploads and now you've got 2 of these. You can click this move button, you can change the order of them, you know, whatever you wanted to do with it, you could do. You could also crop it here, you could edit it here. You could give the actual image a title if you wanted to. You could watermark it. So if you did take pictures of your own products, you could put watermark text above it. For now, we'll delete this second one so it's not shown in there. So the next tab above is in stock. So these are the size weights that we chose in attributes. So you got 2.5, 5 pound, 10 pound, 20 pound. These are the quantity that you have on hand, and this is the price per unit. So you would fill out, you would select which size, you would also add an image. So if you wanted to add a combination, you would choose an image of the images that you uploaded. You could say this one if it was a chrome one or something that was different. You would choose what size that product was, how many you had on hand, so say for instance 10, and if this was chrome, the current one's $34.95, we would make this one $40.59. And scroll down and hit save, and that is how you add an actual product, an additional product into that list. So if it was a ABC extinguisher, that's how you would do it. What's next? Extras. You can add extras if you want to. For example, I put in so you could have multiples or singles. I put in a wall hook at a price of $2. I added a single wall sign that's adhesive back for $5. You can make them required if you want to, or they don't have to be. Some more products. Once you start making more products in your store, you can say if somebody's looking at ABC extinguishers or something, you could put a similar product of BC extinguishers or water extinguishers, whatever you wanted to have. It could be listed down below in that. So if somebody clicked on that ABC and scrolled down, same thing you do with Amazon, you see similar features or other customers looked at these, they would be at the bottom. History is just the history of that specific product. So every time you make a change to a quantity or price in the in-stock tab, it updates here. So that is your products. Your stock, once you start listing everything, you have a list here that will be stocked, and it will show you every single thing you have in stock, quantities you have, and the prices that you have, and you can print that for your records if you need to, however you want to do it. Categories. Categories are the lists on the front of the store. So the drop downs on the store front on the website where it had extinguishers, you opened it up and it was ABC, BC, and that little drop down. This is where you add those. Click down here, you can page through them and see all the various ones that are already set up. So say for instance we wanted to add beer gas. You click add category. Go over here. Jeez. Can't type right now, it's about 1 in the morning. So you would add beer gas. If you don't want any parent to it, that means it's going to be listed on the website and not in a drop down. If you do give it a parent, it will be. So anything with these dashes is in a drop down, and these right here would be a main title. So you can say we want to add beer gas to carbonics, and that's going to be its parent category. You click save. If we go to the end where carbonics should be, where's carbonics? There it is. So at the end where carbonics should be, there's carbonics, and you see underneath it the dashes with beer gas. So that is the gist of where your products are at. We'll come back and actually add one in a second from scratch. This is your report page. This will start showing you all the breakdowns. You can choose dates from a start date to an end date. It'll show you everything you've sold, insurance that had been paid on it if you choose to put insurance on products when you ship them, how much you paid in shipping, how much you've paid in tax. This will be good when it comes tax time. You can print it out and have a full report. Options you don't really need to know too much about other than the payments tab. Right here is your PayPal address. This is where your email address will go for PayPal. So you'll click this, you'll enter your email address when you set up your PayPal account and click save. Everything else right now is set up in US dollars. You can do authorized.net. You can collect credit cards for us, but all that right now is turned off. The only thing turned on right now is allow payments with PayPal. However, general right now, no, where is it? Alright, I'm going to have to edit this part out because I don't know where the fuck I put it. Where? Oh, right on the same damn page. So if you go and click right now, currently this is checked. So this is disabling placing orders and is putting your cart in a catalog mode. When you decide you want to start actually selling through the site, you would go in here and uncheck this, and you would put in your PayPal email address and click save. Vouchers. You can add a voucher on here. Same thing is like a online coupon code for Amazon or something. You can create what day it starts, what day it ends, the code for it. So you could say, 20 pp, and you could say $20 off, $20 discount in US dollars. You could also choose percent, so we could say 20% off this week on, and you can choose what products. By entering 20 pp, they would get 20% off an ABC fire extinguisher, and you could either choose off each product that was placed in their cart or the product's total amount. You could do a fixed date, you could do a period, or you could do recurring. It's up to you. If you do fixed date, you would just choose what date. So just February 1st from 1 p.m. 1:15 to 2:15. Now that would be there, and obviously it's already passed, but you could do that and it would show up as 20% in your store. I'll leave that in there for you so that you can see it as an example. Preview, you don't really need to see too much. You can just open the site. This is mainly for when you're setting up before you put it in the site. Install, you never have to touch that. Users is where you actually add users. So the only thing left is let's actually build a product. So we're going to add beer gas. So we first give it a product name. Status is always available. You can hide it if you want to, if you're putting things on that you don't want the public to see right now. Keep that in mind. Everything you save is shown to the public. So if you don't want it shown right away, make sure it's set to hidden. ID, you can, if you have serial numbers or whatever barcode things, you can put your ID in here. So this is where you would add the short description. So we'll say beer gas short description. Then click down here where you would add the full description. We can do some styling to it. So we can add beer gas we can do down here, we can take that off and say doesn't give you headaches, whatever you want it to say. This is featured. When somebody goes to your store, as soon as they click store, the first things that show up on the front of the page are the things that are featured. A lot of people think that they want to put every single product they put in their store as featured. Don't do it. Only put the ones you want to push harder that month, or the ones that are the hottest sellers or the fastest sellers, the ones that people need to go to a lot. By putting every single thing you have as featured, it just makes it clogged. It makes a bunch of paging, and people are never going to find anything that's not last on the first page. So in this case we will, since there's not much shown as of this point. We're going to make it featured. Plus beer gas is cool. It's not a digital product, so we don't have to worry about that. Attributes, we'll set that as weight as well. And we'll add a, I don't know, 20-pound tank. And we'll add a 50-pound tank. I have no idea, but you know, we're making shit up. So we click save. Now it sends you right away to in stock. What we're going to do is go back to photos. We're going to upload a photo of it. So we'll pick this gas cylinder for now. I'm going to double check it. That's still there. Okay, good. So that's the photo that we're going to use. So we go back to in stock, and there's that photo. You could choose that one. And we're going to say we have 10 of them in hand. On hand, and they are $20. Save. Something is wrong. There it is. Okay. Sorry, it didn't update right away. So we're going to say we have 10 of the 20 pounders on hand. So if you see that happen again, just hit save and watch it pop up. Just make sure you be cautious of it. We'll add another combination, and these will be the 50 pounders. And we'll say we have 50 of those on hand, and those are $200. So we'll save that. Extras. I guess we could add an extra. We'll make it something weird, like the supply line for it, and we'll charge $20 for the supply line. It's not required, and it's a single option. So we'll click save on that. Similar products, we don't really have any right now, but this would be good for the grow gas would go here. So we could actually do that, but since there's not one in here, we can't select it right now. And there is no history for it. So if we go up here, and we go to ppfireextinguisher.com, site the public sees. We go to shop, and there's our beer gas. Click on it. We now have beer gas from $20. We can choose the weight. It goes up to $200. We can click on the image, blows it up large, so they can see it up close if they wanted to. They can add it to their favorites, which they would log in at. They can send it to a friend via email. They can share it on their Facebook page, their Twitter page, their Google Plus account, their LinkedIn, whatever they want to share it on, they can do. There's the description down below, the one that we typed in the word like doc. So you notice up here, these are the items that are featured. This is why we clicked featured. If we go up to carbonics and click beer gas, we did not select it. So let's go up there and fix that. So there's the categories. We chose to have it featured. We never chose a category. So what we want it to do is be under carbonics as well as beer gas. Click save. Go back to the store. Let's refresh the page. Rebuilds it. And you're going to edit this. Oh, it's right there. Oh my god, I'm stupid. So let's refresh the page. This is the featured items. Here's carbonics, beer gas. Click on it, and there's beer gas still as well. So wherever you click it, it will add. If you want to add it to fire hoses, it's going to show up under fire hoses if you click that category to put it in. So back to the page, if we go up here and we set this to hidden now, I'm going to leave this in for you as an example so you can look at it. But if I refresh the page now, beer gas is no longer there. If I click on it, no products found. So because it's hidden, it won't show up in your store, but it will still remain in the item. If you have items that sell out or something, instead of, if you don't want to have, items out of stock, which it will say if you sell everything that you list on the store, you can go in there and hide it as well if it's going to be a while before you get it back in. That's basically the gist of how this works. That little button up there will scroll you to the top. This little button over here will shrink these things down where you can just hover over if you need a little more. If you need a little more screen space. It's up to you. We'll go through the newsletter in another video, but for now, that was your store. Everything has its own login to keep you protected. If you would like to change your password from the beautiful one that I gave you, you would go in here and change it. So we log out and we're back to where we should be. That is how we do the shopping cart.